time with us. We had some really nice tributes from folks on the staff, and we had some fun too. We're going to do the fun part today, the Council of Better Business Bureau's Academy Awards, the first and maybe only Council of BBB Academy Awards. So, without further ado, let's get started. Now, there are a number of awards being given today. Everybody's got to start somewhere, and we don't all start at the top, and it took Steve a while to get to the top. But for our first award today, it's Best Actor in a Supporting Role. And the Academy Award goes to Steve Cole for his supporting role as legal counsel to Ken Hunter. I just want to mention that there's no truth to the rumor that Steve used to date Jeanette in high school. He wanted to, but it didn't work out. So, the next award for the Best Actor in a Leading Role, and I wish Adele was here today. She will be here at this assembly at some point, won't she? The Best Actor in a Leading Role goes to Steve Cole for his ability to lead on the dance floor. And you'll notice Adele, I don't know how well you can see that with this lighting. I can get the lighting down a little bit, that might help. But Adele's kind of got her heel kicked up there. This guy knows how to lead a good time. And I'd just like to point out that you've probably all heard that Steve actually planned to retire a few years ago. And he extended his time with us. He's contributed so much to the organization. If you think about these last 4 years, as I've been thinking about them, during this time of transition, it's only in these 4 years that we launched a big strategic plan. Out of that came a huge branding initiative, including a content management system where we linked all of our websites. Next came ratings. Next came a whole new set of BBB standards. This is all in a short 4-year period. It's all been under Steve's leadership. During that time, we have taken him away from his dance partner, and I hope when you see Adele tonight at the reception, you'll thank her for that. All right. The Best Film Set. Now, some of you who've been on the block have had the opportunity to go visit Steve and Adele's home up in Cape Cod, where they'll be retiring very, very shortly now. But the Best Film Set goes to Steve's Cape Cod home for backdrop to the movie George and Connie's Excellent Adventure. There's the story behind this. When former President Bush heard that the Kennedys had a big spread up on Cape Cod, which they do, he said, well, I'm going to go check this place out myself. That's not Stephen M.R. Covey. Looks like it. We've still got some napkins with that wagon wheel on. If anybody needs some, take home with you. We've still got a supply. All right, Best Director. This is where the rubber really hits the road. This is the job of a CEO: organizing, coordinating, directing. And this award today goes to Steve Cole for directing the strategic plan. The scary part when you're the director is when your people come with big, heavy weapons as part of it. And by the way, another answer to a trivia question. This is what happened to Annette's mouse ears when she grew up. All right. We've got a few more. Best Short Film, Live Action. Now, you'll probably all remember, a few years ago, Steve put out a proposal to the BBB system. We're wrestling with this question today and for the next year about how to replace BBB Online feeds. Steve's had some ideas along the way. Some received better than others. But nonetheless, the Best Short Film Live Action Award goes to Red Meat. Red Meat, a YouTube sensation, written and directed by Steve Cole. And something that many of you will probably never forget. Okay. Best use of a sports metaphor, an obscure and probably a new category. But it'll be no surprise to you, at this point, being Steve is a little bit like being Oprah and having your own magazine. You get to be on the cover every month. There's a little trend developing in these awards, and sure enough, this one goes to Steve Cole for his luckiest man alive metaphor, used in his presidential acceptance speech, and many times since. We didn't lose count. We actually counted 29 times in the first year. How many more times? Well, what do we have? Another 45 minutes in this meeting? So let's give it a shot. Okay, finally. The best, oh no he didn't, oh yes he did moment goes to Steve Cole for grabbing the microphone from Nora Carpenter and saying that Mary Watkins should have won. You can achieve a look of surprise like that on Steve Cox's face. You know you've done. So those summarize our awards. I think we have the actual piece of iron here, and it is a piece of iron. It's a heavy award. You can all take a look at it that we gave Steve as part of this ceremony. There were some other tributes as well. A letter from the governor of Virginia, a letter from President Obama, a signed and noted autographed picture from David Petraeus. We're very fortunate to have that connection. So we had a great time with the ceremony, and I hope you have too. As many people recognized at the time, it's been a great run for us to have Steve at the helm of the council. It was a great run to have him as our general counsel before that. I remember some very, very long meetings, especially in the pre-BBB Online days when we were trying to put it together. And there was an organization out there in the system that didn't really favor BBB Online. We met for hours into the night sometimes. We had some very long and difficult employee meetings at times. And Steve was always in the corner of the employees. That's something I will always remember, is pushing for the rights and benefits of council employees every step of the way. So with that, we say good luck, Steve. Thank you very much. And I know there's some more awards to give. I'll turn it back to Pete Blackshaw.